Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Dr. Hamster here. Welcome back? Ah, bloody. It's been years, hasn't it? In the year of our Lord 2025, except there is no Lord, whatever. I forget, I think it's been 5 years since I last did anything on this website, which is weird to think about. But yeah, that's just how things go sometimes. I don't know if I am going to actually pick this up again, but at the very least, I want to make this a mini live stream series where I finish out this world because it'd be one of my great regrets in life to have this world I've kind of been on and off building for over 10 years now to just go kind of unfinished, you know? And that's why we're here. Because I feel like I must owe it to one person who cares about this world to see it finished. So yeah. And who knows, maybe if I find some enjoyment out of this, I might continue, or I might not. Now, this world was created in, I think, 1.10 or 11, and now is currently 1.21.6, the stupid ghast update that I kind of really love. Look at this dumb little thing. Oh, it's so happy. Okay, time to kill it. I really don't want this flying around my world. Die, die, die. Yeah. Sword cooldowns. Isn't that fun? But yeah, because it is currently 1.21, this world was created a few many updates ago. I'm going to be limiting my block palette to when I last finished, when I was last building this world, which was the Caves and Cliffs update. So that means no cherry wood, no pale oak. What else? Oh, polished tough. Yeah, no polished of that. Yeah. Oh, I guess no copper. Well, copper is in Caves and Cliffs. I can build with copper. But just to preserve the 1.10 and 1.12 aesthetic of the world, I don't think I will. So yeah. Now, the first project for today's stream is this little plot light here. This was a building once known as the Brewery Witch. I did not like how it looked, so I destroyed it. And then it stayed vacant here for like years because I forgot that I destroyed it. Now, I'm kind of at a loss of what I want to do to build this. I think it should be a wooden structure, and in order to mimic the original design, will be a gable, like a what's it called? A farmhouse roof. So yeah. Now let's see. This building is 2 blocks out, and this one is right here. I think I'll make it semi-flush with this one. That sounds about right. Now, I'm going to be experimenting with few little things, most of them being windows and stuff, because I don't really have a good idea what to do with this. Now, some of these buildings were based off real life buildings, and others, I think a Lego set or two. But I don't know, for some reason I don't want to go with any references on this one, because Brewery Witch is sort of like a, fantasy build, almost? Because it's supposed to be a potion brewing, shop. So... go with... Gosh. Another slight aside. They updated the creative menu, and I understand how once you get used to this, it'll be so much easier to find blocks because things are properly organized. However, I've been playing this game for over 10 years with the creative menu barely changing. So this is like super foreign to me, even though I should have had enough time to get used to it by now. Alright. I'm really not feeling pure spruce logs, so I guess oak logs will be the way to go. Now I need to come up with a window design. Something really boring like this, maybe? I don't know. I think I almost want to bring this back another block. Reason being is I think I'm going to have quite a bit of an overhang, because that'll probably look okay. Oh yeah, I forgot. I've been live streaming all this time and I haven't had a way to look at chat. That is crazy. Of course, nobody's watching, because why would anyone be watching? But that is gonna be really funny. Now, I'm gonna actually... Oh boy, I haven't live streamed in so long, I don't even know if this is working properly. I'm gonna mute my mic real quick. Look okay. Once known as the Brewery Witch. I did not like how it looked, so I destroyed it. Okay, technically the stream is working. The only problem, if I'm willing to call it a problem, is that I am quiet. Wow. So, we're going to attempt, to increase my volume by 2. There we go, and do that. That should be a little bit better in terms of being able to hear me. I have no idea. Oh well. If things are too terrible, I'll change them next stream if I do a next stream. Okay. Now, on to this. I think the overhang should be in spruce, because I'm trying to make this feel real nostalgic, so I'm using only blocks that were in the game years ago. And I must fill up this entire space, so... that? My brain is drawing too many blanks. I'm gonna quickly Google some potion. I'm gonna just Google potion shop. Let's see what we get. Potion shop exterior. You gotta be specific, otherwise it'll start showing you interiors. Okay. Let me think. I don't want to have a outside stall, so that one's not so good. Most of these just like look like the traditional medieval house. Oh, this is interesting. Yeah, that'll be my reference. Okay. Now, if you're ever wondering how to use a reference, I can't teach you that. However, I'll tell you how I pull references. I try not to ever copy or build someone else's build, so I never pull a reference from a Minecraft build. I try to pull from real life buildings because typically you can't really copyright a building. Of course, there are some exceptions. The Eiffel Tower famously is copyrighted. Well, at night. The dayscape isn't copyrighted because it hasn't, the Eiffel Tower has been around since for ages, so hasn't grandfathered in. But the nightscape was designed by someone in the 90s, probably. Well, I'm not gonna say 90s. I don't know when it was exactly designed, but it was designed recent enough history that it's still copyrighted. Alright. Yeah. I try to pull in references from real life because, no copyright. Try not to do any Minecraft builds because that just always feels a little scummy to me to copy someone else's stuff when I could just build it myself. Of course, there's the factor that, well, I don't think anyone would make fun of me because I'm not popular enough, but, there's aspects that someone would make fun of you for not doing your own stuff, so I try not to copy from people. Okay. Yeah, that's okay, I guess. Now, reference I have pulled up. It's a little interesting. Yeah. It's a little interesting that it has windows up here and here, the green bar, then another green bar up here. So let's see how that looks. Now the problem I've just come up with my reference is that this is for a building that is twice as tall as the local cityscape. This is a really low area, pretty much. Of course, there's skyscrapers. I just tried to Optifine zoom when I don't have Optifine. And over here is the skyscrapers area. So I can't go building too tall now. That'd be really lame. But I can... how tall do I even want to try? But yeah, that's probably one of the main reasons why the Brewery Witch looked so bad. Was I picked the kind of sideways or big plot and made it kind of a short and squat building. So yeah, I'm gonna try to remedy that in this build. So far, so good. Gonna change slight detail. Yep, that looks good. Change that over here so that looks a little more balanced. Make this symmetrical. Now, I really wish there were half slabs in the game, because that would be such a better solution right there. Although, I think that looks good. Doesn't look terrible. Weirdly, I think I like that more. Alright. Next, figure out what to do with this little bit up here. My reference has going like this, so I'll continue that. And oops, alright, there we go. Have a beam going here for some breaking up the blank wall right there. That'll probably look pretty good on the interior too. And I'm correct that does look alright. A little stuck. Now that they don't exist. I was gonna say, if I was building a modern Minecraft, I'd use bamboo blocks, but I don't see any bamboo slabs, so I don't know. Although, looking at it, I think we just came up with a decent solution. Prismarine. How interesting. It's green enough, and be able to go have a look I'm going for. Yeah, this looks alright enough. So what else? Probably just have that continue on right there. Yeah, that looks alright. Over here, have the continue roof up a little, and maybe just have some prismarine half slabs there to finish up the roof. I don't think so. I think I'm probably gonna end up doing a dark up roof right here. Yeah, that looks alright. Now for the top. The reference image I'm pulling has a brick topper. Now I'm thinking, do I want to have brick or do I want to do some other material? Honestly, I have so much to do. I think I'm going to reduce my mental labor and just go with a brick topper. Now, 3 blocks on each side with... Yep, that looks alright. And let's see. So the reference has some bars. I think I'm gonna have go 2 blocks up. Then have a fence going right here. Let's see. Thinking worked wood would probably look alright. Wow, I've definitely gone far past my whole let's try to make this nostalgic looking idea I had earlier. So, oh well. If that's the case, might as well just continue on. Have wood there, brick, and finish off this window. Alright. Now, the original had a gabled farmhouse roof. I don't think that would really fit this building's aesthetic, and looking long and hard, this ain't working. Yeah, I don't think it needs a super tall second story. So let me think. Maybe a gabled roof after all. Gabled roof with some windows? Second story should definitely be a different color. This is wood. Normally, you want to go from dark to light. So perhaps oak. Or do I want to really amp up the contrast and just have a dark roof? Dark oak wood lining this up here. I think maybe really amping up the contrast would lead to an interesting look. Like right here, so you can see lighter to dark. Now the reason why you go from dark to light is because you tend... That's a light illusion where it makes the structure look taller. In other words, more grand. Because lighter things expand, while if you put light to dark, it compresses the structure. It can't look a little squatter. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Oh, hello, monkey boy. Yeah, it's alright to be back. We'll see how long this lasts. Alright, currently rebuilding the Brewery Witch, an old structure on my world. I destroyed this ages ago, and I'm now finally getting around to building something new here. Honestly, I kind of wish I kept the original, because it would have filled out a plot, and if it did look bad, well, it's alright. You don't need to... I'm just doing this for fun. But it's good to have you pop in. Yeah. Words can be a mess sometimes. I blame the English language. Thanks for the well wishes. Alright, now I wanted to build a gabled roof, or is it called a gabled roof? I have Google here, might as well Google it. Gabled roof. No, a gabled roof is just a roof. Well, this is technically a gabled roof, but a gabled roof is any roof that has a wall exposed, while I guess this is called a hip roof. So it's probably more accurate to say this is a farmhouse roof. Let's see. I actually have a roof types chart. Let's see. This would be called a Gazenbrel? Well, that's weird. Who had Gazenbrel? Huh. Well, learn something new every day, I guess. But yeah. With a Gazenbrel, we'll do a Gazenbrel roof here and try to give this a nice looking slope. Of course, knock off the exposed dark oak wood. Yeah, that looks alright. I think I need to make this look a little thicker though. Probably just best to make it literally a block thicker on all sides. Yeah, that looks okay. However, I'm probably, if my estimates are wrong, I might have to destroy that in order to make way for windows, but I think this go around of window designing, I'm going to just do the windows on the length, make long windows like this. Alright, that looks okay. The only issue is that is a little too seamless. Big thing in building in Minecraft is a thing called depth. If you make something flat like this, it looks a little silly. Another small thing is properly edges. Gotta properly define the bounds of your building, otherwise it looks a little silly. Alright, I'm gonna quickly see if a center beam looks good. Yeah, it looks alright. Yeah, that right there doesn't look too terrible. Now, don't think that works at all, so I don't think in general prismarine should be the block to line the windows. Looking at it like that, so I'm gonna try something else. Now, should I do oak or spruce? I think maybe a trapdoor design will look alright. Something like this. Okay, that looks interesting. I don't hate that. There. Now, do I want to add shutters like I have over here? I don't think so. So let's see. Maybe I want to do something fancy on the sides like this. Further up the depth. That looks a little interesting. Alright, now I have to somehow create a sign here. I think KISS should be kept in mind, or keep it simple, stupid. So I'm going to, since this is a potion shop, build out a potion. Does that look like a potion? Looks a little abstract. Hmm. That looks okay-ish. Might be the best we get, but I don't know. I'm not happy with this. If we're not happy with something, change it. So we're gonna bring out the smooth parts. We're going to really round out this potion bottle. Make it look a little bit better. Alright, now that looks like an actual potion bottle. And we'll keep to the brown wool right here. Perfect. Now let's add a door. Super simple. Cannot trip up at making doors because they're right here. So what door do we want to do? I'm thinking probably dark oak. And yeah, dark oak works. Want to round this building off and you get some windows in. Oh, hi cat. Cat just jumped on me. Do you have anything to say for yourself? No? Okay. So, I'm thinking dark windows, so maybe not tinted glass dark, but gray and black. Yeah, that probably works. Oh, I don't know if you hear the purring. Cat just started purring at the mic. Now, I have this formation right here in order to create a fake reflection. Because and it kind of works. It's not too visible, but it adds a little something to the build. Now, I like to think. Now, something very important if you are going to vary up glass like this or create a reflection is that you should make sure all the reflections are pointing in the same direction. You don't really have to worry about trying to mimic what direction the sun is at or something cool like that. This is Minecraft after all. However, at the very least, you should try to maintain the hegemony in the build. So, having them all point in the same direction helps with that. Alright, now it's time to start. Start rounding out the interior. Whoops. I think I'm just gonna do the first story floor in spruce. That'll probably make things look alright. We'll have an oak beam right here to add a little visual interest to the interior. I think maybe I should have something. Oh boy, what's it called? Not a crown. Crowns, the detailing on the edges close to the ceiling. I don't know what the detailing close to the floor is called though. Oh well. I mean, I could Google that, but eh. But yeah, if you know what I'm talking about, some sort of floor detailing like this, and yeah, that does make things look alright, so I'll do that. Whoops. just some building one. There we go. Now, a problem that, well, not really a problem, just general fact. Since I'm finishing this world off, I'm gonna probably just start doing some real bare bones interiors. Nothing fancy, and it probably look fairly acceptable, but it's just things that are just enough to say they exist. And that should probably be enough to get things done. Plus, I'm sort of mimicking how I built a few years ago. So, you know, do anything too fancy that would probably look a little out of place. That being said, it's not like I've had some huge leap of improvement. I'm not a complete narcissist just yet. Alright, now onto the fun bit. Let's see what I want to do for the roof right here. I think I want the roof to be oak, because an oak roof would be somewhat simple. Well, by simple I mean just look simple. So there we go. Now, something about building, what's it called? Townhouses is that you're gonna have some really awkward places in the back right here. You could just ignore those. Because no one's gonna see them. No. It'd be great if a build can look good on all angles, but if you try to focus too hard in detailing things that don't matter, you're gonna just waste your time going crazy. So I try not to fuss about the backside of things. I just try to make it look complete. So that's the most important thing, making something look complete. I mean, Grian in Hermitcraft is infamous for not finishing the back of his builds. And yeah, I'd rather not be that. I'd rather something look complete than detailed. However, I just had an okay idea. Gonna just rim this around the entire back. Just recreate the detailing I have right here. Because that way, that looks a little more complete. Now, my plans for when I actually finish this world is I might put out a world download. I'd actually have to figure out how to get a world download out. That would be interesting. Before I do that, I'd probably have to do a real good scrubbing. I mean, for example, right here, this is the library. It has some books like this. These two books, for example, would be books I'd remove due to the fact that they have they're command books that do things. And there's some books in here I'd remove, like this one, because it's probably negative towards one person, I bet. Yeah, I'm going to remove that because although it's a good memory for me, it's not a decent memory for anyone else. Well, not a memory anyone else needs to see. I'll keep any books that relate to that I wrote though. Well, as long as they don't have any personal private details, who knows? In some cave, there might be my social security number. Probably not, but that would be funny. Jeez. Alright, back to the interior. I think I'm going to make the ceiling oak because it's also a decent floor color. That's therefore I have to worry about making it double thick or anything. And what I mean by double thick is having the ceiling here and your floor block right here. Right? Now I need some way to connect the interior, not the interior, the ground floor to the second floor. How I'm going to do that is probably have a front and back, because this floor plan is a little too big for my purposes. I'm gonna divide things like here, have this be the front counter. Actually, looking at where the entrance is, it makes more sense to have the counter right here, so do it like that. There'll be a door to the back right here. Some oak to line this up. Alright. Some oak here. Yeah, that works. You know, the fancy oak logs, the six-sided oak logs probably work a bit better there, but too lazy to try to fish those out. Like I said earlier, I'm just trying to get things to a state where they look complete, not really look amazing, fantastic. And I'm going to push these all back one further because I thought of a grand old idea of having shelves right here. This is meant to be kind of like an apothecary for all potions. So, we'll have oak shelves. Yeah, that looks alright. Have 3 levels of shelves right here. And I don't know. Some form of stand right here. Actually, yeah, that's a good idea. Another shelf-looking thing right on each side of the building, room, so it divides the room up real good. Also need to figure out lighting. I currently have a night vision potion. Night vision potion that lasts an entire day. So I personally don't need to worry about seeing anything, but other people would. And I don't want to make my builds look too dark. No. I guess I don't want to pull Scar if I want to use another Hermitcraft reference. Although mobs are turned off on this world, so no, it's not like there would be creepers spawning everywhere. And yeah, if you're ever doing a creative world, you probably already think of this, but I suggest turning mobs off. Well, hostile mobs, because they just get in the way. Alright, there we go. Good enough. And, I don't know, spruce door, sure. Alright. Now I need a way to enter the second story, so I think I'm just gonna get a staircase going up here. Maybe a spiral staircase? Yeah, spiral staircase would probably be better. Oh boy, it's been a bit since I've made a spiral staircase though. Alright, so this. Okay. Yeah, this will probably do alright. Yeah, there we go, that's functional. Alright, now I need a pillar to go up the middle. Alright. Alright, bare bones interior, bare bones interior. Build a spruce bed, a magenta bed, I guess. First things first. Just so I don't have to worry about that.
Welcome home, Columbia. Beautiful, beautiful.
It's just reduce everything by a block so the windows are fully enclosed and looking alright. Then
Discovery Houston, friends to ATO.
maybe do this. Yeah, I suppose that looks alright. And 2 rooms. Feel cool? I don't know. That all these walls are already dark oak, so I'm guessing just having a random spruce wall here will pop. Plus, spruce is already in my hotbar, so you know, they're real lazy. Yep, I was right. That does make things pop. And let's go spruce again. Right here. Alright. Now, magenta bed with I need carpet. There we go. I mean, I guess I could have just a normal bed, but a normal Minecraft bed. That's not as interesting. Nightstand there. I don't know. Consider that a dresser there. Sure, sea lantern. No, that's boring. Yeah, good enough. Alright, I need a door. Perfect. Now what should this room be? I don't know, but I do know I want to put 2 lights. And we'll continue with the lighting right here. Perfect. Just gonna make this a seating area because that would look just okay enough. Yep. No one's gonna see this. Oh well. I'll just put in another bed. That way I can just say this has an interior. Oh boy. There we go. This is good enough. Perfect. Alright. Let's get this settled. You know, that's actually a okay idea. Some LED fluorescence. There we go. I also really like how they changed the end rod texture to have gray base instead of a purple base. That makes things look a little better. Now, I think I want to, this is going to be a storage area. I'm just going to put some chests and barrels back here. Because, you know, storage. Don't really need to put a ton of thought into this. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Now, need lighting for in here. I think some glowstone would look best. And I don't know. Dark oak fence, sure. Alright. Is this roughly the middle of the 3? Sure. Alright. Now since this is the brewery witch, I'm going to just put some witchy looking things all dotted about. Jeez. Where's the potions? Oh, it's in food. There used to be an entire tab to potions. Oh, they removed the, what's it called? The shimmer effect from potions. Just gonna grab a bunch of random looking things. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, looks alright. And yeah, just some random potions all over the place. Perfect. Alright. Oh yeah, I think finally I just need one more light right here. Sure. Okay. Should I pay cash extra in? Probably should, shouldn't I? Yeah, there we go. Good enough. Alright. My final trick, a sign that just says Brewery Witch. Alright, there we go. That is done. Alright, now let's see. Is the red store? Yep, this has rugs in it. I really don't know what to do up here, but I think for starters it'd be a great idea to just buy things like this. I think I'm just gonna do a bare bones interior like the Brewery Witch and just have some random beds, even though it doesn't make complete sense. Just imply that some people live here. Although I don't know why people would live in the top of their business. It'd probably be like if it was real life, it'd probably be another entrance to this place and be for some sort of office space for a business. Or perhaps it'd be the manufacturing for this business. Or employee lounge. I don't know. I can remove that random. Why is this red concrete here? Okay, this red concrete's needed right there, but it's not needed right here. Has zero effect on the interior. This entire roof double thick. Oh well, I'm not gonna mess with things I don't need to. Alright, there we go. A wall. And that doesn't need to be changed. Oh, someone's calling me in real life. 1 second. Hello?
Yeah, we're gonna be leaving here pretty quick.
Alright.
Okay?
Cool. Bye. Huh. According to OBS, that didn't mute me. Okay. Yep. Okay. Good to know. Well, that was a particularly sensitive call, so it's not a big deal. Just good to know for next time. Alright. Fun fact, this stream I'm using OBS. If you were to... Historically, I've used a program called XSplit. The reason why I switched to OBS is because XSplit now has a watermark. Isn't that great? No, it's not. I hate it. Whoever at XSplit decided that their service should now have a watermark and go rot in hell. Now I understand it's to make people switch to their paid version, but I'd rather, I don't know, eat something disgusting than pay for XSplit. Furthermore, something really cool, OBS made their service much more user-friendly. It's pretty great. Alright, now, I would just have a sitting area right here for no good random reason. Yeah, that is so completely unnecessary and random. But hey, it fills out the space. Alright, so it's barbershop. Looking alright. And a vacant building. Cool. You know, I'm okay with having 2 vacant buildings. I'm not okay with the floor being grass. We'll just, I don't know, make this oak and add in, you know, very traditional storefront, well, layout. Well, yeah, we'll just divide the room in half and put a staircase to the top. And we'll put a for sale sign on the door. It's a little trick. It's a great trick. Basically, this trick means I don't have to design an interior. Now, if I was smart, I'd probably install World Edit or something to make building go so much faster. However, fun fact, I have not used World Edit at all in this world. Doesn't that put this world into perspective? I'm bloody insane. Oh yeah, I'm wearing a maid outfit. Don't question it. Nah, I don't know. Playing multiplayer with friends, and we all put on maid outfits, and honestly, I kind of like it, so I haven't changed it. I don't know if the lab coat might be going. That wouldn't really make me DrHamster now, would it? Am I kidding? I could just regenerate like the Doctor. Cause, yeah, that's why the Doctor comes from, Doctor Who. Because I was a really big Doctor Who fan. Still like Doctor Who, it's just not as crazy of a fan. Honestly, I've fallen a little out of favor of sci-fi in general, so yeah. I love it. I love fantasy right now. Probably one of the big reasons why I kind of stopped actively building as much on this world, because this whole world has a huge futuristic vibe going on. So, the fact that my current tastes are a little more fantasy means this world is no longer exactly to my tastes. Another minor reason, I guess this doesn't really matter that much because it's like a huge big whoop, but another minor reason why I stopped building in this world is because my skills kinda improved drastically, and not my technical building skills, but my I guess mental abilities or maturity a little bit. When you're younger, you don't really think about what a realistic layout would be, or something like that. But now I do. Oh, someone else is calling me. Gonna mute real quick. Alright, back. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. How I've changed thinking. Yeah. Say, when you're younger, you don't think about city layouts, or the fact that roads have to be a certain width. It's a big problem I have now with this world. Look how small these roads are. It's a little ridiculous when you're right here. You can't really appreciate the scale of these skyscrapers from across the street. I mean, they look really big, but you can't see anything up here. And it just leads to the city feeling really cramped and claustrophobic. I mean, cities are supposed to sort of feel cramped and claustrophobic, but it really just feels cramped. Furthermore, see this government building right here? Wow. you can't see shit from down here. Did you know this building has a dome on top? You wouldn't know it from street level. You have to sort of fly away from it. Yeah, turns out most government buildings have gardens around them for a reason, so you can appreciate the architecture. Yeah, it's one of the reasons why I don't like, one of the small reasons why I don't like this world as much anymore. I've kind of just proved the way I think about things. Alright, so I'm just gonna add a for sale. Okay, it's just for sale. I don't know. And is it sign floating? It's floating. There we go. One there. Yep, there's already for sale sign there. Perfect. Alright, what's next? Firehouse already has an interior technically. I mean, I guess this could be improved slightly. Just some firehouse red and go right here. I don't know, these are supposed to be firemen beds, so they should be very small. There we go. And good enough. Well, not really. Let's add a bunch of fluorescent lights. Alright. There we go, fluorescent right. Perfect. Probably going to need to pause stream and change where I'm streaming in a moment. That's annoying. Oh well. Don't know if you can hear the dogs are going off. I'm probably going to have to quickly take care of the dogs before resuming. Don't really have a pause stream thing, do I? Well, I don't have a pause stream thing. Thankfully, back in the day, I was smart enough to keep all my old YouTube things. So there we go. I now have a blank screensaver, as you can now see. So I need to pause the stream. I'll just pull up the blank screensaver thing. Alright. I don't really know what to do down here. I think I'm just gonna add some random tables. Yeah, that's cool. Like I said, this is going to be the most bare bones interiors you've ever seen. Things that just technically exist. Okay, so this is supposed to be a hotel. Okay. I don't know what to do with that or with this right now. So I'm gonna move somewhere else. Port Authority building. Now it's gonna be offices down here and staircase up to where a viewing deck where people can observe the ships. That's probably what I'm gonna do, yeah. Alright, so first have a staircase up. do that. And some bricks over here. Good enough. Alright, now this looks honestly awful. So, I think the move will be to just pretend this block gap doesn't exist. That way I'm not having to build around things. There we go. Yeah, that makes this room a little better looking. And I guess I should technically have some of this. Perfect. Just light up that layer. I mean, no mobs will spawn in this row because hostile mobs are turned off, but I don't know, it just feels wrong leaving a huge dark gap. There we go. We can just do this. And we'll just, I don't know, do that. Perfect. Guess I theoretically could have had another more gap between the windows, but I'm not going to destroy the ceiling here just for better visuals, because nothing matters anymore. Okay, so it's supposed to be a very clean looking building with a bunch of I don't know, what's it called? Computers. Ha, yeah, computers. Computers everywhere. Let's do a random variant painting, and yeah, we'll just do that. Oh wow, I just got jump scared by the fact that there was like so many new paintings in the game. That is crazy how there's so many paintings in this game now. I'm super not used to any of them. Yeah, that works. Oh yeah, we're gonna pull out the really fancy details. Oh yeah, mouse. That is exactly what the doctor ordered. Okay. Let's add a fence here. You know, keep this building OSHA compliant. Super important, as we all know. And I don't know, we're just gonna put in a bunch more computers in here. And I don't know, get some bookshelves for some, what's it called? Filing cabinets? There the bookshelves are. Still not used to this creative menu. It'll take 2 years, probably. There we go, and we'll just add some random variation like that. Perfect.
Roger, 0J, and I feel fine.
Perfect.
Discovery Houston, press to ATO.
No. Oh, one of the new paintings. That one looks kind of good. Just a rose. That's neat. Cool. Alright. Have a random bookshelf here, and What do these contain? Who knows?
Now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Alright. This now technically has an interior. Do these have a technically interior? I think that does. What about in here? Oh wow, look at this. Such a good, technically an interior. I'm a Picasso. Yeah, there we go. Good enough. Alright. So eventually I want to build some cranes on these little tracks, you know, to load and unload cargo, but that's for the future. I don't want to design a crane, especially not with my current frame of mind on a stream. What's this building? Oh, jeez, another for sale? Cool. I'm cool with that. It means I don't have to design anything. Doesn't mean I'm blocking out the windows so one can see that there's no interior in here. I don't want to cover up these stairs. Professionals have standards, you know? So instead, I'm going to... grab some trapdoors to quite literally board this window up. Okay, now this window's hurricane proof. Just kidding. We boarded up from the outside to make it hurricane proof. Alright, and just because it's easier, I'm just going to use black wool. And to add some hegemony between the top and bottom floors. I just thought of something. Earlier I was talking about how when I was younger I didn't really think things through. This is supposed to be a grocery store. Now it is something you see in every grocery store. The checkout aisle in the front. The checkout aisle in this grocery store is right here. How does this make any sense? I don't know, but I'm not changing it. Another thing that doesn't make sense. This top part. To be perfectly honest. Oh yeah, these are just shulker boxes of armor. I used to play around a lot. Perfectly honest, I have no idea what to do up here. Technically an apartment, I guess. Let's just really half-ass it. First off, let's remove this light span. Alright, with this light span now gone, we can... I don't know, let's just copy this for here. Yep, perfect. Good, and make sure everything's even. Yeah, I know, do something fancy over here. I'm not really... Okay, make sure that looks alright. Alright, this is good enough. Now, what we'll do is add a dividing wall right here. This dividing wall should change the location of the lights a little, but whatever. Yep, good enough. Do I really need to? looks okay enough, in my opinion. Jeez. It's supposed to be an apartment, but I don't know. I don't really want to make this an apartment. Lowe's claimed this is storage for the store below. So we'll add a crate here. Crate here. Really. Yeah, that looks terrible. I don't know. It looks clean now, I guess. Which is pretty good considering how it was. Now, how about an entrance to up there? Yeah, that's not happening. So, same problem there, I see. Oh, here, another for sale building. I could try to come up with a shop idea for this one, but I don't want to. At the moment, at least. Who knows? Maybe future along in these streams we could come up with great ideas for cute little stores, but right now it's all about getting what's already here in a okay looking state. That way when you look in and see these houses, you're not seeing empty things, but a complete build. Now, where things are going to get real problematic. Look at all these skyscrapers. So empty. There's only like a few ground floor levels built. But for the most part, they're so freaking empty. But do you have an idea what to do with all these? I sure as hell don't. I almost want to get a server running and just get 5 people to start filling out interiors. Like, oh my gosh. Well, police station doesn't have interior. What? Wow, look, I was so smart with this building and didn't have a second floor. Oh, wow, this is actually really cute. A toffee machine, I'm guessing, of some sort. Wow. Okay. A little candy store. Right next to the police station. Should have been a donut store. I'm joking. Nah, that would have been funny though. Italian restaurant. Another for sale. Great. Wow, I actually did a good job in making this interior look nice and proper and clean and blank. Alright. Oh, did I have the second floor window? No, I did not. Cool. Alright, so 2 blank buildings. Here's a Starbucks, except it's, not. Oh, I'm just selling milk. Cool. Oh. Wow. This feels like juice that'll make your head explode. bloody... Yeah, this is juice that makes your head explode. I am super not drinking that. Alright, 27 hours of night vision. Cool. This building is based off of Lego Modular. So is this one too, kinda, not really. I forget what this was based off. Maybe a real life invention, but for some reason I think this was based off of Lego Modular. Interior on this is complete. Yeah, complete enough. This one also has an interior. Up here is a fighting ring, like the Lego Modular. So, you know, don't need to do anything there. Now, police station. It's a sort of clean looking building. Oh. Jail cells, good. Although... yeah, I don't think this would be a great idea to have prisoners in public view of the public, but you know, that's... yeah, I would put them right here. Oh well. Well, let's see. What should we do? I'm just thinking some oak right here. Yeah, get a little table. Just watching the prisoners. Boy, just a bunch of random tables, I bet will do the trick. Because, you know, in detective shows, the offices of police stations are sort of chaotic. So yeah, this works just fine. Really ergonomic design. Ergonomic wouldn't be the word though. Meh. Yeah, good enough. Alright. Now what's in here? Alright, this would be the Chief of Police's office. Perfect. I don't know. We could have a, I don't know, build a meeting room right here, I guess. So, yeah, good enough. Perfect. Alright. And more random desks and chairs. There we go. Yeah. I can officially say this has an interior. Technically. Ugh. Gross. Alright, what's next? I guess we'll do the inn now. First things first, let's break up whatever I was thinking here. We're going to have the staircase go right here. We'll make the staircase go to the second floor. Alright, been streaming for an hour and 30 minutes. Cool, cool. Alright, good enough. Actually, I think I'm gonna push this back by 1. To make the front wall not feel so claustrophobic. Yes, I want to do this. Alright. Perfect. Now we're going to have this. Alright, and this will be where the receptionist sits. I think we're going to have this first desk up here. Yep, good enough. Now though, it'd be good to have a different color backdrop. Yep, that looks okay. And I don't know what to do with back here. I think I'm going to I guess this will be the breakfast bar, because that's always a hotel thing. Breakfast bar. I guess I have to frame everything with oak. Oh well, because I did the roof as a half slab. Not great, but not terrible either. Yeah, I like that. That looks okay enough. Good, good. Alright, we'll do backdrop back here as well. Or the crowning is probably the more accurate term. Alright. And for my final trick, I'm going to grab some glowstone and put in the lighting. There we go. Perfect. I guess what would be next is to just put in a freaking register. Yep. And breakfast bar time. So do that. I'm just gonna get a bunch of spruce wood right here. And we're just going to get a bunch of, gonna get some cake. And I don't know, any other placeable food items? No, not really. I guess we could put in a brewing stand that's a coffee machine. Yeah, good enough. Alright. Does this look like a proper breakfast bar to you? I think it does. If not proper, good enough. Just remember, it's not good. We're not going for good, we're just going for good enough. There we go. That looks like something. Now we're gonna get a what's it called, a railing in. I think a real boring design like this is good enough. Holy hell, there's 2 stories. Ah. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. Oh boy. I did not, well, can't really say I expect. I didn't remember there being 2 stories, so I'll have to figure out how to do the interior for 2 freaking stories. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Or not really perfect, just good enough. The staircase going in here. Alright. This looks good enough. Get the roof in. Now, this is, again, probably a horribly designed hotel. Look at all this wasted space here. That should be capitalized on. Those rail, but this is not, so I'm not going to worry about it. Let's just get the floor in here. So I can see what we're working with. Then get some lighting on the 2nd floor and work on getting the 3rd story built out. All right. Oh. Yeah, I think this works okay. Really small room right there. Honestly, comically small. There we go. Perfect. Alright. Now, when I'm done building this out, I'm probably going to end the stream off. Got some decent progress in, got some of the building interiors done, and 2 hours of a decent length of time to be streaming. So yeah. Let's get a roof in, and light up the top here. Don't need any imaginary mobs spawning. And we can get some details in. Some very bare bones details, like some beds and nightstands. That's all there is going to be in these hotel rooms. Oh yeah, can't forget about the cuck chairs. The most important detail, the cuck chairs. Okay, so 6 rooms. That is an abysmal amount of rooms for a hotel, but whatever. This is imaginary, and there's kind of 0 visitors. Plus, this is the bougie downtown hotel that probably never actually gets any guests because it's closed half of the year for renovations or whatnot. There we go. Mob proof that. Now let's get some railing in. Perfect. Get some of these action going. And finally, what color do I want the beds to be? Green's probably good enough. And I don't know. I'll just go with classic oak. Oak trapdoor. Puck chair, door. Puck chair is going to be a tight squeeze. And it's a small bed there. Oh well, it's a small room. chair, door. Since there's two beds, two cup chairs. Oh yeah, I need some lighting in here, don't I? Sure. Not really convinced with that, but whatever. Yeah, good enough. Cool. And finally, in here, let's do some strip lights there, strip lights here, and strip lights there. Perfect. Alright. Second story. Again, kind of a big room. Oh, I'm not going to do a second bed on this one. But I'll make sure I'll put in the cuck chair. Because we all know you can't forget the cuck chair. Door. Stair. Stair. Door. Bed by the window. I'm sure this is horrendous feng shui. But who cares? Cup chair and I guess this room will have two lights. Perfect. Okay. I'm gonna make this look a little more clean. I'm just gonna do this. Perfect. Yep, good enough. And yeah, good enough. Alright. Hotel is done. Okay. And with that, I think we can call this stream a wrap since I was able to get the interiors sorta knocked out for most of the buildings in the downtown area. If I didn't knock them out, I kinda blocked off the back. So yeah. Not really. There's still a few buildings in the street that need to be done, but whatever. But yeah, if you enjoyed, maybe like and subscribe. But if not, I hope you had a decent enough day. So until next time, see you later. Goodbye.